Do you buy vinyl?
Hi, I'm Steve Queralt.
Hi, I'm Andy Bell from Ride, and this is what's in my bag from Amoeba.
I'll start.
Wanker.
I've gone for Sharon Van Etten because I was in love.
I wish I knew what to do with you.
This is the only Sharon Van Etten album I haven't got yet, so it completes my collection. I'm a massive fan. She's got such an incredible voice, writes beautiful songs. Now I'm happy that I've got everything.
Good choice, Steve.
Thank you, Andy.
Tasteful.
Tasteful.
And cool. Give it an 8 out of 10 on his cool scale.
Let's see what you've got in your bag, Andy.
This is Watchmen by Alan Moore. It's a graphic novel that I read about in the KLF book I just read. It's the story of the KLF and how they burnt £1 million. And they're apparently really huge fans of this book, I think, unless I got the wrong book.
That would be embarrassing.
But anyway, Watchmen, and it's, I looked at the back and it says it's one of the Time magazine's 100 best English language novels since 1923, so that's the words of Time magazine, Steve.
You can't argue with that, can you, Andy? Okay.
That's actually the best one of the day.
I'm going to go for this as well, purely for the track Eagle. Now, everyone kind of laughs at ABBA, but we all grew up with ABBA when we were kids. It's what my mum was playing all the time. So it's difficult to not like ABBA. We were recently recording with Errol Elkan, doing our album, probably a year ago now. And at the end of every session, Errol would suddenly put on bizarre music. It could be kind of Turkish hip-hop or whatever, but it'd completely blow our minds. But one evening, he decided to play Eagle by ABBA and cranked up the volume, and it just made you realise just how great ABBA are. So I saw it, couldn't resist.
Down, 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 down.
Yeah, I'm going to convince these guys to do a cover of it. So
I don't have a problem with that. This is Mac DeMarco, This Old Dog, the new album, I think, the latest one. I got the single already, which is called On the Level.
On the level.
Which I absolutely love. It's so cool. And I've bought the last few albums he's done, so this is just carrying on the habit. Not much more to say. I'm a big fan of Mac DeMarco. I've not seen him live yet, though. I want to see him live.
next up for me is an album by, I'm not sure how you pronounce her name, but is it Murka? Anyway. I got the last album and thought it was amazing. And for me, she was doing true shoegaze music now. It's supposed to be kind of death metal, but it really isn't. It's she's got a huge voice. I mean, it is very dark, but quite ethereal as well. So I'm going to take a punt on this. If it's anywhere near as good as the last album, I'll be happy.
Next one, the first album by Dive, Brooklyn band. I'm a huge fan of.
Is that the album with the track we were listening to the other day?
Yeah, How Long Have You Known? It's on one of our mixtapes that we use at gigs. They kind of rotate, and sometimes you get a bit of Dive on there. I think I just downloaded it before, so this is just like having a nice, beautiful thing to look at.
I've got this already as well, but it's a really tattered, battered up copy that I had. Well, it says it's a 1979 album. I think I got it probably about 30 years ago. But the reason I've chosen it today is because it features Robbie Shakespeare from
It's his
Sly
birthday, isn't it?
from Sly and Robbie fame, and I found out on Twitter today that it's his birthday. And it just reminded me that Robbie Shakespeare is probably one of the reasons I picked up bass guitar in the first place. Such a great kind of precision bass player, always so in time, and along with Sly Dunbar as well. It's such a great drum and bass team, but I'm so pleased I found a good copy of this.
These two go together, Derek Carter, two used records I picked up. And this one's got a song on it called Birthday Song for Andy, which is a nice thing because
It's your birthday
it was
today.
recently my birthday, so. It's also got the Boomty Boom theme, which is a really good Derek Carter tune, where he kind of talks for ages. It's like a long monologue with a house beat.
These people are your friends. Well, at least they're not your enemies.
It's like an intro. It's like it's his warm up for a DJ set. It's great.
Picked up the new album by Godspeed You Black Emperor. I love this band. I love the fact that it's all instrumental, massive sound, nice droney. Each song goes on for ages. I think there's a little bit of what we try and do in here as well. Definitely pleased to find that.
My next one is Violator by Depeche Mode on vinyl, the remastered new version. Recently, Alan Moulder, who mixed our album, told us that he thought that was the best mixed record ever made. It was mixed by Francois Kevorkian, I think. I'm not the biggest Depeche Mode fan, but I thought that could be a good way to start.
Another Green World by Brian Eno. It's a good album, but I bought it especially for the track The Big Ship, which was featured in a film, and I was trying to remember the name of the film, and I can't, so it's kind of a bit of a waste of time.
Titanic?
But no. They've all been re-released as well, so it'd be good to start a Brian Eno vinyl collection as well.
And those are cut at 45 RPM.
That's good.
They've been
I can do
doing
that.
that series.
There'll be a lot of confused kids out there.
Yes.
Yeah, I actually, when I used to work in a record shop, it was a big thing to be able to play music in the store. You know, you couldn't do that on your first day. You had to earn the right to get onto the turntable. And one of my debuts on the decks was Victoria Land by Cocteau Twins. Now, I didn't know the Cocteau Twins too well at that point, but I put it on. I played it at 33, as you would an album, but it was actually cut at 45. But I was just oblivious while the rest of the staff were like, who is this idiot? But I do maintain it works just as well at both speeds.
I've picked out the OCs, singles volume 1 to 2, and I don't know any of these songs, but I know that I've heard the OCs a couple of times and loved them. Sort of like a Billy Childish kind of rock and roll, 50s punky, I don't know, just a really cool psychedelic jamming band. That's a really bad description, isn't it? But I mean, I don't really know what they do.
Nodded off.
I just know what I like about them.
I think streaming is fantastic from a consumer point of view, and I use Spotify all the time to kind of test run new releases. But I always buy what I like, and I think Kendrick's album will be in my top 10 for this year, especially the track DNA.
I got dark, I got evil that rot inside my DNA. I got off, I got trouble, some heart inside my DNA.
So it's only my duty that I've absolutely rinsed it dry on Spotify that I should buy it.
And my final choice is Psychic TV, Allegory and Self, which is the album that Godstar comes from, which is a single that I remember buying in the 80s, the Brian Jones tribute single. I haven't heard the album, and so I'm going to check it out when I get home.
Nice.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.